Hi everyone, it's the Sussex Rider here, and I'm out and about today. Beautiful area near Chai, and I'll just swoop round so you can see it. Rolling hills. I'm out on a Moto Guzzi V7 Stone. Now, I don't know much about the bike, other than I used to have Moto Guzzis before, many years ago, and I've ridden a lot of V-twins like Harley Davidsons, opposing twins like BMWs. So I love twins, Triumph, Bonnevilles, 650, 750, and of course I have my single Royal Enfield 350. So I thought I'd come out today and ride this bike. I don't tend to do reviews, for those who know the channel. There's a number of reasons for that. One is that I see a lot of reviews where I feel that people have to say the right thing even if they don't believe it, so I don't like that. And the other thing is, honestly, I just want to ride bikes that I like riding. So I don't want to do hundreds and hundreds of bikes just to get, viewers' attention and likes and all the rest of it. I just want to ride bikes that mean something to me. And as I said earlier, I've had a Moto Guzzi, haven't ridden one for a long time, so I thought I'd get out today and have a ride. First impressions, I've been riding for about 30 minutes, 45 maybe, and have to say it's not for me. There's just a few things which would just frustrate me constantly. I'm used to old school bikes and vibrations, but I'm not being funny. This is annoying to me now. I don't know if you can see that. The trees all vibrating in the mirror. I mean, it does smooth out a bit, and I don't have a problem with the kick side to side, but I do have a problem is that as you rev it, it comes up here through your backside, so it's vibey through your backside, and some might like that, who are matron, not me. So that doesn't work for me. The other thing I don't like is that it's very jerky. It's hard to keep it smooth. And I'll ride it now and try and give you an example of that. So that when you roll on or roll off the throttle, it's really jerky. Lovely little place, West Stoke, it really is. So I'm immediately, it probably doesn't relay it on the camera, but I'm immediately either thrown forwards or backwards, depending on whether I'm accelerating or de-accelerating. And it's just too much, it's very jerky. So if I do that and then roll off, you really do notice it. And of course, if you had a passenger on the back, they would be banging into your helmet every minute. So I don't like that. Oh, it's really hard to keep it smooth. As soon as you accelerate, it pulls backwards. The shock absorbers are too bouncy. If you're doing 50 or 60 miles an hour and you go over a large bump, and let's face it, the roads in Britain aren't the best, you feel it. You are almost, I wouldn't say thrown off the bike, but you know you're bouncing. And it's not a nice feeling. It's very torquey, lovely. It pulls like a tractor. I mean, you could be in fourth, I am in fourth. It just pulls on, no problem at all. And I love that about Moto Guzzis. I've always loved that about them. If you're in the wrong gear, it doesn't really matter because it's going to pull anyway. That's nice. The gearbox is really clunky. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it, it's picking up on the sound, but it's really clunky. So, again, that would frustrate me now if I was spending this sort of money on a bike to have all those issues. Some lovely parts to it. You know what? It's very planted. You can literally put this where you want it, and it'll just stay there. The weight of that engine is low down, effectively, or well balanced. That's probably a better way of putting it. And so you really do feel safe when you're putting it around the corners, and when you're going a bit faster than this, obviously. Blimey. Here we go, 40 here. The speedo is fine, it's off-center, which frustrates me. I like them dead center or twin clocks. The other thing is that, and I can't really show it here, but it tells you with a massive sign on it that you should be changing gear. And honestly, I don't need a clock to tell me when to change gear. I know when to change gear. When I'm looking around and I'm seeing that there's bends or hills or whatever, I know when to change gear. But this thing, if you accelerate to a certain point, it'll flash at you, telling you to change gear. And it's really big. It's right in your vision. I guess it saves fuel. No idea. Not for me. Don't need it. The vibration through the foot pegs is bad. I'm literally, toes are vibrating. I'm doing a 40 and a 40, and for me the position is a little bit cramped. It's hard to tell. I mean, I'm not a tall person. I'm 5'8", and I feel a little bit cramped. And definitely vibrations coming through. But that's part of the charm, you would say. So, look, I'm not going to rabbit on forever about it. That's why I don't do a lot of reviews as well. One man's meat is another man's poison. This just isn't for me. If you were contemplating buying this bike, I would have to say to you, urge you, get out and go for a long ride. I'm not out long enough today to really get to know it. But from what I've seen of just this little time, it's not for me. You may think differently. So, that's it. A little bit of a review, just a short one on the Moto Guzzi V7 Stone. I would love to ride the Mandela. From the look of it, from the initial feedback, that V1000 looks awesome. I think it's 1,000, isn't it? Maybe it's bigger. I haven't really done a lot of research. I just looked at it and thought I'd love to ride that. And I'm a big Guzzi fan, really am. My first motorcycle was a Moto Guzzi, so I would love for them to succeed, but this one just doesn't do it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon, maybe on another bike, who knows. Bye for now.